we want specific questions on mains. Okay, we do accept questions other than this mains also, like preliminary or foundation or how to prepare for civil service as a whole. But mainly concentrated on how to prepare for this mains. Okay. So I have given a syllabus. Everybody got a syllabus, right? Main syllabus. Okay. So the syllabus is with him also. So he will suggest, as from his experience, like how to prepare for this and how to score good marks. Let's start. So this syllabus actually has 4 papers, GS. Okay. This paper 1 consists of heritage, culture, history and geography. Then we have got paper 2, which is Indian Constitution and social justice, international relations also. Everybody is able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you need mic? I don't think required. Huh? Everybody can hear me, right? Last bench? Yeah. Why these seats are reserved for anybody? Come friend. Because when I'm taking photo, it will be very empty. Huh? Come in. Come guys. Guys who are sitting in the last, come forward. Consists of economy, consists of science and technology also, apart from security and disaster management. Then we have got paper 4, which is ethics, integrity, which is new to the UPSC. And I don't know what they are actually looking for. It is similar to our preliminary decision making. Okay, let us start with decision.
Ethics and decision making paper. Do you think it will require any specific focus study, or will it be just like when it comes to case study approach? Will it just check your aptitude just like that instead of even without preparing for that?
Like this UPSC paper, they will always do a journalistic approach. Most of you will be from different backgrounds. So they want the syllabus to be such that everyone will be able to answer the questions which they are asking. So they will put questions like that only. No need to worry too much about that. If you can get a general idea about these subjects, then it is good. But no need to worry too much.
Because one item in that is teachings of great leaders, something like that. One item is. So does it imply that we should go and learn Gandhiji's life or say Nehru's life like that, or say it is just based on our understanding?
See, that would be too much of a thing to do, because depends on whom you think is great as well. You start off and choose leaders based on your choice and start reading their works. That will take you around 4 or 5 years. So like Anil said, I think it's better to leave the paper to itself. Because like he said, especially the last paper, this one on ethics and human values and all that, it is bound to be a very generalist kind of paper. It's one that anyone can probably attempt at least. And I don't think a person from any specific background will have any upper hand on this paper. Because I don't think there is any degree that teaches ethics. It is part of yourself. So I think you can just be yourself in answering those questions, and that is what it should be, because nobody other than the UPSC has any clear idea on how the paper is going to be, including those institutes in Delhi. So you can keep in touch with people in Delhi, because what I've heard is, you must also have heard that some of the institutes do have sources inside. So probably you can keep in touch with the leading institutes in Delhi. Students are studying there. Get in touch with the materials distributed there for the last paper, especially. So that can give you an idea of how to go about preparing. Not more than that. Don't spend more time than don't go about reading works of great leaders. If you've already read, well and good. That is definitely going to help you, but not more than that.
One more thing. Many of you might be engineers, right? How many of you had ethics as a subject in engineering?
They also have for MBA.
Yeah, MBA also. But MBA is post-graduation. See, I think those textbooks which they prescribe for engineering ethics, that might be good in preparation. Yeah, I won't say that they will ask exclusively from that, but regarding that engineering textbooks, they are teaching some people a new subject, so they are pretty basics. So if you can get any such books and read it, that will be better, I think. It's my personal opinion. Can't completely be sure about that. It's a new subject, but it's a start for most people. Okay.
Conceive is on its own.
Sir, I'm currently pursuing law, and I wanted to know what will be the ideal amount of time for me to prepare. Should I take a year off, or should I continue preparing for it along with my studies? Should I take a year off after I graduate, or should I continue preparing alongside with my general studies?
See, there is no hard and fast rule that you have to definitely take a year off. Nobody has said that. But that has been the general trend for a very long time. You finish a degree and then take a whole year off or 2 years off, go to Delhi, settle down, prepare, waste lots of money. So things are changing, especially with the new pattern and all. You take one full year off, how are you expected to study ethics and human value? No point. If it was the old case of 2 optional subjects, 1200 marks, yes, there is some point in taking a year off and studying geography and public administration in detail. But now things are changing, so things are pretty clear from the way they put the pattern of the paper. No, UPSC does not want people to, they don't want bookworms there. Yes or no? So that is how the new pattern has come out. It is there for all of you to read. So they want people who can manage many things at a time. They can study ethics, history, geography. They can also study an optional. They can study science and technology, economics. Yes. So the better of the two paths would definitely be to prepare along with your course, taking and start practice, or you're studying LLB now. So as soon as you finish LLB, what do you intend to do other than civil service? I mean, is there any other goal you have? You want to practice or go for LLM, or like you want to get a job somewhere? Huh? Yeah. So whatever it is, ensure that you continue with your law career as well. You understand? And do this as kind of a part-time job. So things will do that way. So that is how the syllabus is. That is how the new pattern is. But ensure that you are always in touch, daily in touch with what you want to study, what you are studying for, the exam pattern, the syllabus. So be in touch with the subject. Keep reading papers and journals and all that. Along with that, and pursue your career as well. That will be helpful for you. That will give you more confidence in preparing. Because you take a year off, you will be nowhere. Then you don't clear the first time, you will get desperate. So you will be in a very bad shape by then. So ensure that you do multiple things at the same time. Because those are the kind of people they want as well. You understand?
For mains, sorry, this like considering the limited time available for mains, like for general studies, what all books do you recommend?
For general studies, it will vary according to the subject. For example, for geography, history, etc., these NCERT textbooks are the best material, because see, all these syllabus is basically based on NCERT textbooks. That's the most general textbook available for all these subjects in India, and it's available everywhere also. So UPSC's syllabus is also somewhat based on this NCERT text only, and its language is simple and everyone can afford it. So that's the best source available for GS. And regarding some subjects like polity, even economy also, I think NCERT text is good. For polity, Lakshmikant is very good material, even for mains also. Mains, both mains and prelims, NCERT, not NCERT, this Lakshmikant is very good. For GS, better read any current affairs magazine for current affairs, and also read the newspaper daily. Current affairs magazine, whichever one you read, it's okay, because most of these magazines are printing the same content, because current affairs is same everywhere now. So if you read any standard magazine, that's enough.
Any other books you recommend, sir?
Can you be specific on which subject you want?
Technology, economic development, biodiversity, and that paper 4.
Called Indian Economics, Development and There's another book, you can follow Yojana and Kurukshetra also. Apart from this, NCERT book, Indian Economic Development, Economics, Class 11. And I have even the Hindu newspaper and the Economic Times also.
This, I think this NCERT have now included disaster management in its textbooks. I think CBSE syllabus includes disaster management now. If you can textbook for that, then it will be better. It is the best general text available for this. If you are thorough with any of what I tell is, if you are thorough with NCERT textbooks, then you can diversify to other sources. But you should be thorough with NCERT textbooks. So that's the most basic thing. Whatever question they ask, you can write something if you know NCERT. Only your depth of the knowledge should be more, but that will come in years after more preparation. You start with NCERT. That is the best option.
Thank you, sir.
Previous year was, for example, in history till last year it was history from the middle of 19th century. This year they have changed history from the middle of 18th century. Slight change, maybe from the death of Aurangzeb, whatever. And they've included this post-independence consolidation as one specific thing they've added, even though that was kind of included. So these kind of changes, like specifically UPSC is mentioned, like slightly extending the scope. I mean, how should we approach it? Should we read too much into it, or just like that? I mean, any additional kind of, especially this post-independence consolidation, I was thinking which textbook which we can.
NCERT political science textbook is very good for post-independence history. Even post-independence scene in India, political scene, that is written very well in that textbook. Post-independence, political science textbook. I think it's for 11th and 12th. It's a very good material for post-independence history, political history.
And similarly, the world history also. That is something new which has come.
If you can get the old syllabus NCERT textbook for 10th class history, that's world history, you can get a basic idea from that. 10th class, old syllabus, not the new syllabus, old syllabus NCERT textbook. It's a bit hard to get nowadays, but if you can get it, that is the best thing as a start.
Because in the syllabus itself, from the Indian history perspective, they are very generic, like history from 18th century. But in the world history part, they are specifically saying world wars, industrial revolution, a few topics, 3-4 topics I have listed down specifically under that. So can we confine ourselves to those topics, or should we also go beyond that?
The thing is that in history, what UPSC wants is they want analysis of the history, not just what happened there, what happened or when happened. That we should know, but more emphasis should be on how it happened or why it happened or what were the consequences of those things happen. That's the way NCERT wants us to treat history. So if you focus on a particular incident, you should focus on these things, not how it happened or anything. Just why it happened or what were the consequences of those things. That should be more emphasis. Don't put your focus on a single topic or something. Okay.
I came late, so just about to tell a few things about.
This is what GS means, no?
I guess Anil have told everything about preparing for GS, but from my part, I mean, let me reiterate this: never read too much. I mean, knowing everything about something is not important for this exam. At least know something about, not everything, but about almost everything. It is like you will get some 12 minutes to write a 20-marker question. 12 minutes. Most of the questions in the UPSC Civil Service Mains exam is maximum marks is 20 marks. So you will get a maximum of 12 minutes or 15 minutes. So you cannot write everything that you know in this 15 minutes. But what will fetch you marks is what you write in this 15 minutes. So it is important that you know the basic stuff in a crystal clear manner, and at the same time not to know too much. When you know too many things, and you will get into confusion and you cannot write everything legibly and in a crystal clear manner. So as Anil said, information, more than information, ideas matter here. We should be clear with the ideas, we should express it in a good manner. That is important for this exam. And another advice, or from a senior, I would say this: never go for beautification of your answers. What comes to your mind, just write it. So, as I said before, there is some 12 or 15 minutes for writing an answer. So,
when you are going to frame an answer, when you are starting by some famous quotation, when you are like arranging the answer, all those things require a lot of time. Okay, and so and that is unproductive here. We have to write everything that we know in this 15 minutes and some 2 or how many pages that is your wish. So never go for excessive beautification of your answer. Write it in a decent language with necessary punctuation and everything, but never there is no need for using quotations or idioms and phrases and everything. Write it simple, make it simple. Simple language is enough for the UPSC exam. Okay.
My question is like those who have come here, I think they have been preparing for a long time. For us, it's like this was something that we have heard and suddenly we thought we'll give it a try. So is it too late for us, or even if you say it's too late, I think there is nothing wrong in giving it a try.
Never too late. With respect to what you are
There is
saying.
some 6 months more, no, for the exam.
Sorry.
No, she's going for preliminary. She doesn't go for
Then you have how old are you?
26.
It's never too late. No, you still have 4 full attempts at the exam. How is it too late for you? We all thought about the exam at least. Yeah, I guess all 3 of us thought about the exam probably towards the end of our undergraduation. I mean, when we were about to graduate or probably after that. So we never thought we were too late into it. So that is why we are sitting here. You're never too late unless you're 30. That probably means you're too late. Other than that, there is no other time limit. So you don't need to worry. It only takes around 6 months to 1 year, not more than that. Including your thought process and whether deciding on whether you have to write or not, and then starting to prepare and then giving the exam. It all together takes around 1.5 years. You understand? That's all. So not more than that.
Actually, we can't spend the entire day full. We are already working, and so how do we manage the time between?
See, you don't need to spend the entire day. I was telling my lawyer friend there that there is no point in spending an entire day or an entire year exclusively for this. There is no point. That is how it used to be in the beginning, before 3 or 4 years before. That is how it used to be. I told you earlier. So the things are changing. No, there is no point in spending the entire. What will you study the entire day? You can't go ahead and study for 18 hours a day. That will be totally unproductive. So use the time you have. You may be working in an IT firm probably. So you may be finding probably 2 or 3 hours a day, max, that you can put in effectively for studies. So ensure you read the paper properly, newspaper. You have not written the prelims this year. You're writing next year. So that time is more than enough. So that you can give one very good attempt, one genuine attempt, and that is enough. One genuine attempt is good enough. Alvi here sitting here, he got it the first time. We were not good enough first time around, so that is another thing. So one genuine attempt is good enough. You understand? So you can put in that 3 hours or 4 hours a day, every day. You can read the newspaper, the Hindu, very well, and ensure that you check up on the internet on whatever you don't understand from the paper. No point in cutting each and every article you see, or writing down everything you read into a diary so that that diary itself becomes unreadable. No point. You understand? The paper itself is unreadable. It takes 3 or 4 hours a day, and you start writing up everything you read, and that takes you around 4 or 5 hours a day, and then you end up not reading anything or revising anything at all. Don't make cuttings, don't write diary, don't make diary notes, nothing. Ensure that you understand what you read. That is more important. You understand? So anything you read, probably you find the term GDP in the paper, and I didn't know what GDP was. So I ensured that I checked up the internet or any textbook, and you understand what GDP is. You understand? And then you go ahead with the next article. So once you get into the habit of reading that way, initially it will take more time, but gradually you will understand that will become a part of your life. Reading the newspaper and understanding all those articles, then it will be easy for you. And ensure you follow one journal, like Anil said. All these journals, all these magazines are the same. Follow only one. I guess a Wizard or Chronicle or whatever it is that you are already reading. Follow that magazine every month. Okay, not more than that. Reading more will do more harm than good, like Alvi said. Don't read too much. And then ensure that you are strong with the basic subjects. Only 3 or 4. History, like Anil said, you will get covered with reading 2 NCERT textbooks. How long is it going to take? Small NCERT textbooks, 2 or 3. So you ensure that you read around half an hour of history every day, or half an hour of geography, a bit of quality. You understand? And you do get weekends, right? I mean Saturdays and Sundays off. And that is the time you will revise or consolidate everything that you have done the whole week. You can actually get it done along with your work. Don't think of quitting your job or anything. Don't do that. Okay.
When you feel that you don't have enough time to spare for this exam, plan for long term. I mean, like I spent around some 4 months for writing UPSC mains. I used to study some 7 or 8 hours a day. That is 4 into 120, 960, 1000 hours. I didn't put 1000 hours, but whatever it be. 3 hours a day for 1 year will easily give you 1000 hours. So it's all the same. All you have to do is be focused. This is a long exam, this is a long process, and you are studying for an entire year. So stay focused, always have an aim and work for the same, and I think you will be rewarded.
I am Amira. May I know the best reference books for GS and websites to refer?
GK Today is one of the good websites. GK Today.
I guess Anil told you about all the reference books. First of all, we have this Indian culture, Indian heritage and culture. That is talking about paper 2, Indian heritage and culture. I used to refer Spectrum Culture. There is a book on Indian culture by Spectrum, and Sir has put a website here, indiaculture.nic.in. I haven't seen this website. So, and when you read about Indian culture, let me tell you this. When there is some art form, some regional art form or regional theatre, never go deep into this. When you hear some regional painting from some regional art form, just know from this place, from which place this art form is. What kind of an art form is this? And some 2 or 3 other points also. Never go too deep into this. Like this is performed here, this is a story behind this, all these things. You cannot remember all this stuff. I mean, only the basic stuff about this regional art forms and everything, and you can read a little more into our classical art forms like Bharatanatyam, Mohiniyattam and everything. We had a question on
regarding this culture. This time we had a question. I want to say about that. It was regarding Bodo dance, one Bodo dance form. Do you know all about Bodos? It's northeast.